What's good, YouTube? It's Dens here, and today I'm going to be coming at you guys with a new video talking about Starfield. So, as a lot of you know, yesterday Bethesda did drop a lot of Starfield information, along with a couple of trailers, developer insight, and we also got a PS5 announcement and PS5 release date. I think this is absolutely massive for Starfield. We do know that Bethesda have been waiting for a very, very long time. There's been a bit of a hiatus regarding Starfield. They did say they were working on something, but we didn't get too much information on it. Now, yesterday, they've dropped absolutely everything that we want to know, need to know, and it's all coming in about 3 weeks. And it's a lot of hype, a lot of hype for the community, a lot of hype for the Bethesda community, the Starfield community, those that still stuck around with the game, still invest a bunch of time into it. I do believe a lot of the things that have been announced will help the game, and it's very, very exciting. So I just want to talk about a couple of them in this video. The first thing that we'll talk about is the new DLC, which is Terran Armada, which is a new faction. So it is kind of exciting to see that we're also getting a new DLC along with a couple of different updates on the same day. Terran Armada are a faction. It seems like they're just mechs, robots. I don't know too much about it. I don't really want to know much about it until I drop into the DLC myself and play. So it is very, very exciting that we're getting a DLC. They did say that they are adding more so a lot of traditional machine gun weapons in the DLC also, so it is quite interesting. Starfield does have a lot of weapons that you will see are somewhat futuristic. The Nova Blast, even the Varun weapons, the Disruptor. There's a lot of different weapons that are futuristic and quote unquote not real. So it's nice to see that they're going back to more traditional military weapons. But yeah, turn them out. That's quite exciting, so I can't wait for that one. We have a new update, Free Lanes update, which is going to be absolutely massive. It's just basically a Starfield 2.0, just a quality of life improvement. There's the thing of cruise mode that they've added, where you don't need to sit in loading screens when traveling to different systems and different planets anymore. It's similar to No Man's Sky, where just seamlessly you just load into whatever planet you want to go into, or just fly there yourself. Cruise mode is kind of just like the ship takes over itself and just flies by itself while you're just doing whatever on the ship, or you can stay in the cockpit if you want. It is quite exciting. It does give more of an immersive experience and a bit of realism also. So Free Lane is extremely exciting. There's a lot of new POIs that they're also bringing in, so that's cool. A PS5 launch is also another thing. A big thing about Starfield was that it was locked for PC and Xbox players only, but officially on April 7th that will also be available for PlayStation 5 players, along with the DLC and the update that are coming out. So I think that's absolutely massive, considering that when it comes to consoles, it's no secret that a massive amount of gaming fan player base are all on PlayStation 5, so they will all have access to Starfield also, which is extremely exciting. I feel like we're stepping into a new era of Starfield, a 2.0, and it's great to welcome in PS5 players. I'm a PS5 player myself. I will be playing it on Xbox, however, because I already do have my character on Xbox. I've put 8 days of game time into Starfield, so I will continue on that character. I won't be getting it on PlayStation 5, but if I could start from scratch, I would definitely get it on PS5. The new POIs, like I mentioned, they are quite exciting. I mean, I've gone to multiple planets in Starfield just to look for random POIs, and it has gotten to a point sometimes where I'm finding the exact same POIs in different areas. I mean, it's good. I can still find materials and resources that I want, but it's exciting to see what new POIs they have and just expand the variety that they have. X-Tech is also something that's huge. It seems that X-Tech is a new type of material that you would use to upgrade your weapons, upgrade your ship, upgrade equipment. So it is quite good. I mean, Starfield, you can somewhat get to a point where combat is seeming somewhat too easy, even on extreme difficulty, because of the starborn powers, also the weapons that you have at that point. With ship fighting, it's a bit different. I mean, I believe that spaceship fighting is a lot harder than just normal combat, like boots on the ground. But it is quite exciting to see what X-Tech can bring, how much of a grind it will be, just how vital it will play in terms of upgrading your character, making him more powerful. I do believe with these updates that we will get more enemies that are powerful, so we do need to make our character stronger. Enemy modifiers is something that's also coming into the game, where enemies will have different modifiers that alter how they behave. So, for example, they could enrage a lot of the enemies around them, or anytime they drop dead, they can just send out a boost, which will cause a lot of enemies in a frenzy. So there's a lot of different things that are coming with enemy modifiers. It is exciting because it does add a bit of variety, diversity, and a bit of unpredictability when you're coming to fighting enemies in Starfield. So that will be quite cool. There's a new vehicle coming in, a moon jumper vehicle, so that's somewhat cool. I don't get too excited when it comes to new vehicles, but I mean, it's always really cool that they're adding things like this, especially in a game where you have planets that are absolutely massive and you need to traverse. Ties in with the new POIs that I mentioned. You will need a vehicle to traverse and to go explore. Also, new crew. Seems that you're getting a new pet and a new human person. And also, in the DLC, there is a new companion. Bethesda did mention it in the video themselves. I don't want to mention it just in case anyone hasn't watched it. They're saving themselves just for the DLC. But yeah, there's a new companion in the DLC, and it does look extremely cool, so that's also exciting. Starborn improvement, something massive that they're changing here with New Game Plus. They've added a feature, a piece of equipment where you can upgrade and take a certain amount of gear with you through the Unity into your next New Game Plus playthrough. I think this is absolutely massive because there's been many times where I've gotten a weapon that I absolutely love, and then when I've gone through the Unity into New Game Plus, it sucks that I really have to leave it behind and try replicate what I had in my next playthrough, but it's just not the same. So I think it's great that Bethesda are doing this. It does make a lot of sense also, you know, it adds a bit of variety, a bit more diversity to Starborn themselves, mixing it up a small bit. If we do get a future Starborn DLC, which was somewhat rumored, that would also play a big factor in it. But yeah, it's great that they're doing that. Overall, I am very, very excited for this. I will be streaming it over on Twitch on day 1, which is April the 7th. They wanted the new update, they wanted the new DLC. I will be playing it on Xbox. I won't be playing it on PlayStation 5. But I'm extremely excited for this. I'm a huge Starfield fan. I've always been playing Starfield. Never really let the game go. Just too many things that excite me about the game. Upgrading my ships, upgrading my characters, improving my weapons. And the fact that we have more tools and materials to push the upgrading even further, it does excite me. It's extremely hype. I can't wait to see the new POIs. New PS5 launch, just to see a different kind of fan base come into it. Different player base. That would be kind of cool too. And massive DLC. I think free lane is going to be absolutely massive for Starfield. A big change. And those PS5 players that are starting from scratch will get the full package straight away. So I do believe that will bring a lot of positivity and a lot of positive feedback in Starfield, because it was a game that always had a lot of potential. But yeah, I believe it's a very great time to be a Starfield fan. And the fact that it's all coming in like 3 weeks, even better. But yeah, as I mentioned, I will be streaming it on April 7th, which is going to be extremely hype. Make sure you do pop out to the community, pop out to the stream. I'm going to put it down below in the description and on the screen now. Thank you all for watching this video. I am extremely excited. I hope you guys all are too, and it's just a matter of waiting to see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Thank you for watching and have a good one.